Hello, Jeffrey David Allen Elixman with CertaSite Fire, Life, and Safety. Today we're going to do our short continual education program. The topic is going to be the job hazard analysis or the job safety analysis form. What is this form? Well, it does three things for us. Number one, it identifies the task that you are doing today. Number two, it identifies the hazards that you might encounter because you're doing that task. And number three, what are the controls you're going to put in to avoid any hazards? This form, where is it? How do you get to it? It's available in Device Magic, and you may find it on CertaSite Hub in SharePoint under the Safety tab. As you get into your day, you find this form and it is fillable, and you'll fill it out with the general information at the top of the form, name, date, etc. There'll be a line saying, what is your standard PPE? On every job site, you're going to have standard PPE that you're using, and you're going to write it right in here. The form should never be blank in that section. I'm wearing safety glasses, I've got my hard hat, I've got steel toe shoes, a high-vis vest, or whatever your job requires on that day. Then as you begin your day, you're going to find that your daily tasks are repeating themselves. Thereby, your responses on this form can also repeat themselves. Let's come up with an example. Today, you're going to be on a ladder. That's number one. I'm using a ladder. Number two, what are the problems, the hazards? I might fall. All right. Number three, how are you going to control that? I am going to maintain 3 points of contact. I am not going to overreach. And I'm not going to stand on the top rung of the ladder. A perfect example of how that form is used. Another example, you're going to work at the ceiling at a high ceiling, and you're going to need a scissors lift. So working on a ceiling at scissors lift height. So that's number one. Number two, what's the hazard? Well, you might fall or tip over. Number three, how are you going to control that hazard? Well, I'm not going to stand on the guardrails. I'm not going to overreach. I'm not going to overweigh the scissors lift platform, and I'm going to wear a full body harness. Another perfect example of how the form is used. The next example might be you're doing electrical work today and wiring. So that's number one. Number two, the problem, the hazard is electrocution. And number three, how are you going to control that? You're going to use lockout, tagout, or do whatever you need to do to de-energize the system to make sure there's no power and no capability to turn on the power at your location. Fill this form out on a regular basis. It's in Device Magic or on SharePoint CertaSite Hub, and return it to the office. It'll automatically come in. Why do we need this form? We are asked on a regular basis to prove evidence, to show evidence that we're using this form on a regular basis. We're asked by insurance companies, we're asked by general contractors, we're asked by third-party safety administrators, and of course, in the worst case scenario, we're asked by OSHA. So this is a regular day or a weekly occurrence in which we have to demonstrate examples of using this form. At the very bottom is an opportunity for you to sign your name, and once you sign your name and hit submit, it will come directly to the safety department. Hey, as usual, be safe out there today, and thanks for taking the time to spend the time. Have a great day.